Hey, is that a Grand Highlander? What is up, Internet world, and welcome back to Accelerate. My name is Mike, and the man behind the camera is Ian, and today we're bringing the 2024 Grand Highlander. Grand Am, Grand Marquis, Grand National, Grand Cherokee, Grand Caravan, Grand Wagoneer, and now we've got the Grand Highlander. We're here at the 2023 Chicago Auto Show to finally look at this third row mid-size SUV, which we'll find out exactly how it's going to fare in the marketplace against the regular Highlander. So we're waiting to get our hands on this side. This is Toyota's 8th SUV, and it is 2 inches taller, 2 inches wider, and 6 inches longer than the regular Highlander. Now, what's interesting about this Grand Highlander is that the 6 inches of length is actually mainly fitted in the third row, so it's 0.2 inches smaller than the Sequoia. So if you are a Sequoia buyer or thinking about it, then hey, this Grand Highlander may be for you. So as far as engines go, they have 3 engines available. 2 are carried over from the 2023 model, and then they've added the new hybrid from the Crown. And that hybrid does 0 to 60 in 6.3 seconds. It tows 5,000 pounds. It makes 362 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. And you'd like to know that it's in this Grand Highlander. So this Grand Highlander, even though it's the top model, it still has a prop rod. Not fancy, not fancy. So on the front of this Grand Highlander, you've got a single projector up here with a DRL that flows right at the top like a Thunderbolt. And then below that, you have this nice chrome piece that looks like a nice pull and stash that makes it look masculine, like every stash should make a man look. And then you have this massive, bold grille with a front camera, of course. This is very, very bold for Toyota, if you ask me. Like, look how big and wide this grille is. And then you've got this Toyota badge that's enlarged that has this glass-type finish on the front of it. And then above that, look at this. It's like 2 grills, and it makes the front end look wide, tall, and strong. What I like what they've added here is this piece right here. What it does on the front bumper is it widens the Grand Highlander. And they've added this fog light, which they've pulled away in a lot of other vehicles. So I like that they have a fog light here. It's a nice little touch. And then they have a little intake here. Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, it does. That's cool. So if we start at the side here, you have 18-inch wheels. This one has the 20s. And then you have obviously this black sort of hardened plastic to keep all the stone chips away from your fancy paint. Because look how beautiful this paint is. I like it a lot. And then you have your 360 camera underneath here. You actually have a nice big side mirror. You've got chrome on the bottom, but no chrome on the top. And what that does is it elongates the side because you have this upper roof rail. Now what's important here is when the key is in your pocket, you can unlock the front and the back door. You see this little line here? You walk up to it, you touch it. Yeah, and it locks. I don't have the key, but I touch the button and it's like, hey, get away, get away. But the biggest push or positive, in my opinion, about this Grand Highlander is back here. Not that it is longer, but it's because, look at this. I can see you right there, and right here there's glass, which means the C-pillar is very, very thin, which means it's gonna alleviate as much blind spot as possible, but also the kids in the back can see out the window. That's the problem with third rows. You're in the back and you feel really cramped and claustrophobic. And then when you're in the second row, you've got this pillar right here, which is actually kind of dangerous. But in this specific case, you've got lots of glass, you can see in and out of it, and it makes it more or less claustrophobic. And case in point, look how thin this piece is. There's glass right here and it extends all the way out. They've really put focus on this door and this piece right here, this glass. And in the back here is where the RAV4 comparisons really come to play. Right here is very, very RAV4-ish. It is what it is. This is the Platinum model, and then you have these little crab-style rear taillights. I like this Grand Highlander in the exact same color as the body, and not some sort of, stuck-on little plastic chrome trim. And then you got the Toyota badge that is a lot smaller than the one in the front. You've got this rear wiper, and then you've got this long third brake light, and they also have a hidden camera right there. This does have actual exhaust pipes. I can feel it. And I can see it. So how much room do we have in the back of this Grand Highlander? Measuring tape time. As far as width goes, we have a whopping 50 inches. Damn! And as far as depth, this is important because what's behind the third row is usable. You've got 26 inches to the back of this sill. Oh baby. Do you have any storage room underneath here? Let's lift this up, and you don't, but you do have the tonneau cover holder. So there's a spot for it there, and you have your toolkit and a little spot to put iPhones. As far as usability goes, you do have a 12 volt, 1500 watt plug right here, a 3-prong plug. You've got your JBL sub there. And then how do these seats fold down? Well, you have this side's 40, that side's 60. There's no pass through here. Obviously, this is the third row. And to put it down, you simply just push this, and you can slide backwards and forwards. Ooh, this is cool. Didn't expect to have a recline. Money. Ooh, this is fancy. So you've got this black sort of carbon fiber mimic style trim that stretches from the door panel all the way through the dash and then into the other door panel. This dash is sort of, I would say, like pushed in a little bit and higher. It sort of has a high sort of standpoint when I'm sitting here. It has a 12.3-inch screen, and curious to find out if it has wireless CarPlay. Kia. And in that 12.3-inch screen, it's all integrated. You have your HVAC controls right here. You have 2 vents. You have heated and ventilated seats, 3 increments. And moving below, you do have your camera view button right there. And then you have USB-C, another USB-C, a wireless charger right there. Lots of space on the left side for another cell phone. I'd be curious to know in future models if they'll put 2 wireless chargers, one on the left as well as keeping the one on the right. You have 3 cup holders. Well, you have 1 big storage compartment, but then you have this little on top sort of, kind of hard to explain, but you have 2 extra cup holders on top, so you can fit 1 big bottle and 2 regular cups. You've got this cute little shift knob now. They've made it really, really small. You park, reverse, neutral, drive. Park is a button you push down, your electric mechanical parking brake, and then moving below you have all your drive modes: mud and sand, rock and dirt, sport, eco, snow, and then of course hill descent. And then when I slide this little center console back, I've got more room, but it's a split console. So this piece here doesn't really move. You just have this slider over here that exposes the deep center console. And a nice piece they have for the passenger is they have this little storage compartment right there for me that I can put all my stuff as the passenger because I like to be driven around. And then I can also use this USB-C and charge my phone. But not only that, look to the right. I have this nice rose gold trim that wraps around this vent. Really high quality. Good job, Toyota. Now, the Toyota Grand Highlander incorporates this rear view mirror camera, not just a backup camera, a rear view mirror camera, so you can see what's behind you in case people are sitting in the vehicle and their heads are blocking your rear view. Second row of the all-new Grand Highlander. Now, the door panel is important to talk about because it has a few features that are unique. You've got obviously these sunshades, which are important, that go all the way to this C-pillar window. Then you have these little cup holders, but they have this little thingy that says no drinking cups and no bottles. And then below that you have your actual bottles that you can hold. So it's nice that you have 2 spaces. And here it says you can put drinking cups and bottles. So I assume this is for little baby drinks from Costco for your kitties. Juice boxes. Now, sitting in the back here, I like this panoramic sunroof goes all the way back. There's only 1 panoramic sunroof, so the people in the back don't have any light from the ceiling, but that's okay because this stretches all the way back. I do have vents up here in the top. I do have no vents on the bottom whatsoever. So all your venting for the second row comes right here in the ceiling. And when I look in the third row, they also have vents there. But how about these captain's chairs? They are nice. They do have armrest on one side, nothing on the other side. I do have heated and ventilated seats per captain's chairs. 3 increments. I do have all my HVAC here. I do have a USB-C for me and a USB-C for this person sitting here. And I have, guess what? Another 3-prong outlet right there that has 1500 watts. So USB-C, USB-C, 2 of them here, and you have this 1500 watt full plug. I have 2 cup holders right here that are fixed. They don't move, they're solid, and a little space to put an iPhone right there, as you can see. Or I want to put this right there, perfect. So I'll show you how to get into the back with these seats. Let me open this door and show you how. Now, in order to get in the back seat, you just pull this handle, it slides forward, and then I can jump in. Nice big wide step, so I can step into the back to get into the third row. So let's see how much room I get. Push this forward, voila. Look how much room I have back here. And this is reclined, as I mentioned. I pulled it when I was showing the trunk, and I can recline this seat, and this is all the way up. There is 3 full headrests. There again is no sunroof, but I do have venting, and because I have a nice big window here, I can see out very, very easily. I don't have to turn my head this way to look out. I simply just crank my head a little bit, and I can see outside this door. Now, I have huge amount of cargo space here. I have literally 3 cup holders per side. and a USB-C right there. And same with that side. One USB-C, 3 big cup holders. This is plastic, this is not leather, so it is a bit kind of hard on your elbows. But this is designed for an adult back here. Look how much headroom I have. I am 5'9", and I have about the same headroom as that Dodge Hornet I just got out of. Crazy. Really, really good. Sequoia, I'd be worried. This is definitely gonna cannibalize Sequoia sales. So I hope you guys like the first look on the all-new Toyota Grand Highlander. Will it cannibalize Sequoia sales, or do you think people will step up with current Highlanders and buy this Grand Highlander? Let us know in the comments below, because we'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't watched our channel before, make sure you guys subscribe.